All right. Yeah, I can see out of that mirror now at least. But anyway, guys, we're out on a new ride. And we are, let's see, where are we? We are at the Rolls. Let's see, what's considered the Rolls. This is the Rolls West. Two entrances to the Rolls here in Arizona. One is east and one is west. And it's pretty cold today. It just rained all day yesterday, so we have no dust. It's a pretty perfect ride day other than how cold it is. And it's not cold, for some of you, but for us here in Arizona, this is a particularly cold day. We're going to have a high of 64, and it is currently 62. So it's not going to get much warmer than it is right now, and it feels pretty cold to me right now. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at a day of cold, but no dust. There's no dust to speak of, and out in the new machine. And I've done this trail a time or two on the ATV, and there's a couple of spots that, well, there's more than a couple of spots. This trail is rated difficult, and the trail guide is in the link in the description for those of you that would like to buy a copy of the trail guide that I use on most of my rides. I recommend it for the most part. There's a new version of it that just came out not too long back, and I don't have the latest version of it, but I will get it sooner or later here, maybe as soon as Christmas is over or something. And you know what's funny? As I prepared for the cold today, I wore long johns. I threw on a couple of extra layers and whatnot, and then didn't wear thermal socks. I put on regular socks, and my feet are freezing, which is kind of interesting. I didn't think anything of it because my feet are down inside the machine, but there must be a hole or a vent or something, that is right near the floorboard or something where air is coming up and hitting my feet as near as I can figure is what's happening. And here's you with a first uphill, and this is probably not coming across in the camera as anything at all, but here's where the loop is. You can go right there, or you can go left. We're going left. Here's the marker, and again, follow the GPS coordinates for any and all directions. Thing right here, I do believe that this is it. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Can you guys tell how steep that is? Or are you guys just looking at it going, that ain't nothing? Yeah, dude, this is steep. And I didn't put it in four-wheel drive. I just went over the precipice and come down the other side, and so far so good, no problem. The engine braking on this machine is hard to imagine that it can be any better than this. That's just something that I should probably tell people who are interested in buying a side-by-side, is that the engine braking on a Can-Am, as far as I know, is in the top echelon of engine braking. I have never ridden in a Yamaha or the Kawasaki, to be honest. I'm told that they have really good engine braking, but I've never actually ridden in one, so that's something that I can't speak to firsthand. I sure would like to, though. I sure would like to know if maybe one of these days somebody comes along on a ride with us that has one of those machines. I sure would like to know. Now Honda is, I think that's where most people say that they lack, is that they don't have particularly good engine braking. Here's another gnarly hill, but this doesn't seem to be squat diddly for this. You know, I've noticed that these hills that I used to be freaked out about on my ATV just don't seem to be squat in this thing. You know, that you just kind of cruise over them without them being much of a thing. And then also the opposite of that. You know, something, well, especially in the side hilling department, I guess is what I'm speaking to, is it in the side hilling department, I always felt like my ATV was planted like a billy goat. Like you could get that thing up past your belly button and it would just, you know, crawl up. I'm going to put this in four-wheel drive. This is the hill that I think that I am most freaked out about. So switched in the four-wheel drive. I didn't come to a complete stop. Don't do what I do. Do what you're supposed to do, what the manual tells you to do. Maybe do that instead of doing what I do. But that wasn't no thing but a chicken wing. And everybody went down over it too like it was nothing. But I do believe that was the hill that I was concerned about. And that wasn't anything. At no time did I feel like it was a big deal in this machine at all. So that's interesting. Dude, keep in mind, you know, a lot of you are like, oh, what's this guy talking about? You know, well, I'm just trying to talk as I experience, you know, to give a kind of a testimony of what it's like to go from an ATV to a UTV for the first time. What does that mean for a guy? Uh-oh, was I wrong? Uh-oh, it's this one. Holy crap, it's this one. Okay. It's this one, guys. This is the... Whoa. Yeah, see, right here is a bit of a concern. I can see that everybody just sucks up left and kind of goes. Let me see if I can do that. Let me get over even farther. Oh man. Okay, now what do we do here? See, like I can see again, people sucking up to the left. Oh wow, this is a scary hill. Okay, we're going to low range here. Now I'm not sure what to do here, guys, because normally I would go into this turn. And we're going to rock one side to the other. Oh, okay. Ooh, man, oh man. Holy smokeroonies. Okay, now that got my attention. There wasn't no doubt that got my attention. I crawled through there no problem. Put this in high gear now. Let it coast down a little bit. And hopefully get some footage of the other guys kind of going through it too. But that was pretty gnarly. That got my attention as I'm talking about how easy everything is and yada yada. Just goes to show you, man. You can start getting too confident and make a stupid mistake. All my stupid mistakes have been because of my ego and my stupidity. Both of those are facts. Both of those things are what happened. But that's the engine braking right there, guys. Totally. I'm on this steep, crazy downhill, and that's all engine braking. Let's see if we can get away from this cholla. Oh, jeez. Jumping cactus, for the people that don't know, that is all of these out here, all of these like things right here, these are all cholla cactus, better known as jumping cactus for the people that don't live in Arizona. There are different types of cholla cactus too, by the way, and these are the least scary, I believe, if I'm remembering them correctly. But it doesn't matter. They will still, they get their name for a reason, and that reason is because they will jack you up if you get near them. They don't actually jump out at you like their name would imply, but they do seem like they do, because it's, you know, such a oh man, I better shut up for a second. Hold on, guys. I'll shut up about the cactus until I get down this crazy hill. Let's see here. We're going to go back to the other direction here. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, like I was saying, yeah, these things can be, they can wreck your day, they can wreck your week, they can, yeah, I've known several people that have got by those things, and like my dad, for instance, he ran a motorcycle into one of those one time when I was little, and he ended up at the doctor. His thumb swelled up like 3 times the size of normal, and he had to go to the doctor, and they had to dig some thorns, some cholla cactus thorns out of his thumb that he couldn't get out. So yeah, and then one time, I think I've told this story about half a dozen times, but all you guys like my stories, so I built this, I should say I rebuilt this little Honda ATC 110. I got it real cheap, got it for a song, and it wasn't running, so I rebuilt everything and painted all the plastic and made it look all cool. And yeah, by the time I was done with it, it looked like brand new, and it ran like a top, you know. And I was out riding this little 110 ATC, which I had no business even being on. I'm just way too big for it, and got to the top of a hill, and, you know, again, got a little too confident and made a sharp turn and flipped over into a cholla cactus. Yeah. And I had to use my trusty multi-tool to dig all the thorns out of my side and my leg, and dangerously close to my junk too, by the way. Dangerously close to my junk. So yeah, to say it wrecked the day would be an understatement. I was out there like, woohoo, you know, got this ATC going. And you know what's funny about that ATC, by the way, is my kids hated it. They had ridden quads before. We had already had quads, but I built this ATC because I thought they'd like to experience like some old school stuff, you know, the kind of stuff we used to ride back in the day, and they did not. And I guess I don't blame them after they watched me flip over and ride it right into a cholla cactus. I guess that was probably one of the things that made it so they didn't want to have anything to do with it. Yeah, probably the smartest thing they ever did, for sure. Yeah. You know, there's a grave marker out here too. If you're out on this trail, you keep your eyes peeled. We'll probably see it in the camera, and I'll drive right by it and not even see it because it's kind of off to your right. And if you're not paying attention, I think it's during a part of the trail where you're like focused on the trail, you're straight ahead, you know, focusing on what you're doing. Oh, there it is right there. And then you just kind of drive by it without seeing it. I don't know what this is about. Comment below if you know what this is about. It's hockey sticks with a grave marker right there. And if you know anything about that, you know, the story behind that or whatever, by all means, comment below and let me know. I'd be interested in knowing. Kind of a weird place to have a grave marker, you know? Like, I don't know if you got to here how you would have done something that would have got you killed right here, you know? I don't know how you'd have done it. Suppose it's possible, but I just don't know what the deal is with that. We're not even phasing it, man. All right, so I guess I'll end this particular video here, because it's more of this until we get to those gnarly hills. So let me go ahead and shut off here, and we'll get back to you.